This episode is brought to you by Prime. Obsession is in session, and this summer, Prime Originals have everything you want. Steamy romances, irresistible love stories, and the book-to-screen favorites you've already read twice. Off Campus, Elle, Every Year After, The Love Hypothesis, Sterling Point, and more. Slow burns, second chances, chemistry you can feel through the screen. Your next obsession is waiting. Watch only on Prime.
Live, Laugh, Larceny discusses true petty crimes that may be disturbing to some.
Or could be easy listening to all you psychopaths out there.
All stories are based on actual events, but details may vary.
Listener discretion is not advised.
Live,
Laugh,
Larceny. Welcome to Live, Laugh, Larceny, giving into peer pressure by getting a job.
Oh, how lame is that?
The worst kind of peer pressure.
And you are Trevin.
Oh, yeah, I am Trevin. I have a job.
And I also have a job, and my name is Amanda. Trevin, other than having a job, or is your dilemma about work this week? I don't know.
It is not about work at all.
Okay.
But, you know, having a job can be a dilemma, especially getting there and everything else that comes with it. And the fact that you need one or you will...
perish.
Yeah, you will be buried by this economy. My dreadful dilemma has to do with... It's interesting how things exist right in front of our face all the time before we actually connect with it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when you first found out, like, oh, I have OCD or depression or whatever, and you're like, oh, that word, I've heard a lot of people have that, you know?
Yeah.
I saw a post from somebody that was talking about how they were always in trouble for back talking as a kid. And it was like, phew, it just like took me back as a child. I had maybe heard the phrase as an adult, I'm sure, but it just like gave me one of those flashbacks from Nam. It took me there.
Oh, no.
The post was like, oh, were you a kid who was considered a back talker?
Yes. The answer is yes, I was.
Oh, good, because that was going to be my question to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, I almost thought that maybe you weren't. Or maybe, but then again, you did say that you butt heads with your parents at a certain age.
Yes, we are BFFs now, but there were moments throughout my development where I was very sassy, very spicy, very probably difficult to deal with, I'll admit.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see a certain...
I have a rebelliousness deep within my soul.
A rebelliousness and then also like a confidence. I could see you probably having at that age.
Yeah, you're right.
Before you had like the empathy, sweetness to come back over it as much. So I was actually a huge back talker, and I kind of looked back on myself and gave myself a grading card as an adult looking back from my situation. Because anytime people would ask me, I would say, oh yeah, I was a back talker. And I just like kind of held on to that narrative for a long time. And I've been thinking about it more, and I actually wasn't a back talker. My ADHD, in the way that I am, I'm a person who likes to learn things. I ask a lot of questions, and I like to understand as much as possible. If I don't understand something, it makes me feel like it can be used against me in some way.
Yeah.
As a kid, I questioned a lot of traditions. I questioned a lot of, what do you mean as a boy I can't have long hair? I don't understand what keeps me from being able to do this.
Totally.
And I just never could get a satisfying answer back.
Yeah.
I don't think that's back talking to question and understand why things are the way that they are, because, I mean, I would like to think that everything that I'm doing has a purpose and a reason.
You're right. In a way, actually, now that you're saying that, I was more of a skeptical, inquisitive kid about stupid ass rules that I didn't understand. But I wasn't like, I'm not going to clean my room, you know, kind of back talking all the time. Like, there were moments, don't get me wrong. But it was more of like, wait, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to learn this in school? I was very like, why is the world working like this?
And most of my answers that I got was basically because you're powerless and you will do what you have to do.
Comfort.
Yeah, which is a
Comfort
story
to
that
a child's ears.
I've carried along my whole life. And then other times I look back at a little more heated situations as a kid where I would maybe consider myself in trouble in back talking. And still back then, I was a very sensitive kid. A lot of times it would be like, you are in trouble for the crime of backtalking. And it's like, oh no, I wasn't though. I'm actually a really nice boy. Like, I understand that I'm going to do the time for the crime, but please don't put it on my record or like,
let me get a diversion.
Yeah, the way that you look at me morally, don't think of me as a backtalker. I will be in trouble for it, but like I wasn't actually. I was just asking a question. And then when you're trying to stand up for yourself, then that's
you're also a
backtalking more.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought more about that, and that has really sent me down a rabbit hole of re-examining things. Yeah, so I just thought more about the topic of backtalking, though, to just stay on that. Thinking about it as an adult, it's really changed the way I've thought about it, because I had plenty of examples of backtalking that I witnessed in my growing up from many different people and kids, and some were more tolerated than others. And I realize it's not the aggression of backtalking as it is the inquisitiveness or the...
Right.
Also, I think it is if the person that's getting a question can't answer it, it's automatically disrespectful for asking something.
Totally. How dare you ask me something I don't know?
Yeah, like, did you just try to catch me with my pants down?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm still smarter than you, kid.
Yeah, just because I don't know the capital of France. We could all answer the question inquisitively, too. Like, I don't know, but maybe we could figure it out together.
Totally. Totally.
It was also very validating. Going down the comments section of it, that person got a ton of comments of just validating people saying the exact same things I did. And that's why I kind of wondered with you, because it seems like those who are the more emotionally developed ones are backtalkers, and I don't think any of us deserve that title.
Thank you, Trevin. Thank you.
I think the backtalking that did come in some of the times that I did act out was because of the constant
pushing down of all your questions.
Yeah. It's like it's got to come out somehow. It's going to have to get loud.
I'll admit, I maybe still do deserve the title of backtalker just because there were times where I was like, no, I'm not going to do what you say.
You were way more type A. I get it.
Yeah. But I think most of the time, I think I was just kind of pushing against like structured beliefs or ideas or rules that I just didn't understand. For that, I don't feel like I was a backtalker. I feel like I was just trying to forge my own path. And I have to know what I'm given in this world to make sense of it in my own way.
Yeah. I haven't really felt good asking questions inquisitively until, probably about like 6 years ago. I mean, doing it at my job, I just started doing it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I never felt comfortable having a question because I felt like such a bother, or like I might be disrespectful for asking a question that somebody doesn't like the answer.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, seeing how that works. Are you raising backtalkers?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt. But I'm okay with it to a certain extent, as long as it's not getting disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is there were kids that I saw that were being absolutely disrespectful.
Totally.
But weren't backtalkers, and I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah, that is. Huh.
As a kid, I took it as they just didn't like me. And now I'm understanding maybe not the case. It's weird.
Yeah. No, I know. Sometimes looking back on our childhoods as adults is like, whoa.
Yeah. It's a real trip.
Well, I also have a dreadful dilemma. It kind of ties into yours, and it kind of ties into it recently being Mother's Day and all the things, and talking about like child development and all that. So I have been having a dilemma. It has been lasting far too long. Both of my kids, putting them to bed is like my least favorite task that I do every day.
Yeah, I know that's a scheduling issue for us, is you have to make sure that you're available to get these kids in their straitjackets.
Yes, it is awful. If like my parents watch them, or if like the other day I hung out with our friend Molly and Jordan had to put him to bed, they'll do it. But it's like you have to keep them up extra late because you got to get them really tired. And there's just all these things that you have to do.
What's the deal with going to bed?
Well, both of them, my oldest, she just simply does not want to fall asleep without someone holding her. And then she'll wake up in the middle of the night when someone's not holding her. She'll wake up when Jordan wakes up at like 5 a.m. and she'll be panicked that he's not going to give her a kiss goodbye. And it takes her hours to fall asleep some nights. So it's like a lot of combination with her. With Winnie, she kind of fights going to sleep, but she is such a mama's girl, even still now being 4, you guys. She is still like clinging to me like I'm another limb, especially at nighttime. My hair, I've talked about, is like her security blanket. She has to be touching my hair. It has to be in her hand. It has to be all the things. All that backstory to say that there is one specific thing that my youngest daughter, Winnie, the 4-year-old, is doing. It's equal parts frustrating and cute. So
I hate that.
So it's like I don't even know what to do with this.
Because you don't know if you can get mad.
Yeah. But basically, I feel like my 4-year-old, because she knows she has to be quiet, because I'm always like, okay, let's shut our eyes, let's shut our mouths, like, let's go to sleep, no more talking. Because she knows that, my 4-year-old is love bombing me, Trevin. Love bombing the hell out of me.
Kids are the worst, man.
She'll be quiet for a little bit, and then she'll be like, you're the best, Mama, and I just love you, and nobody's better than you, Mama. You're just so... Because she wants to talk. Literally, I am fully convinced it's just because she wants to keep talking, and she knows if she's, like, complimenting me, how could I say no? But I've even gotten to the point lately where I've been like, okay, baby, thank you. I love you so much too. But you can't even say nice things to me right now. And she's like, you don't want me to say nice things to you? And then she'll be like, my heart's bleeding. Like, that's her latest thing.
Oh my God, Winnie's a Republican.
She's like, my heart's, she'll be like, you broke my heart. My heart's bleeding. And I'm just like, okay, girl, I'm not trying to break your heart. Like, you just have to stop talking. She'll be quiet for a while. She'll make up. She'll be like, my heart's not bleeding anymore, Mama.
Oh, good.
And then she'll start love bombing me again, and it's a vicious cycle.
Wow. I mean, she's always been a big talker, I feel like. I mean, not like with anybody.
Right.
But like, she's a rambler when she's comfortable.
Didn't she call you a stranger at her birthday party? My mom said that, and I was like, stranger?
Yeah, she's like, I don't know who you are. You're a stranger. Like, girl.
Okay, the other day in Aldi, I just have to share this really quick. An older man came up to us and was like, oh, she's so cute, blah, 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 and was talking. And then when he straight up looked at him and was like, I don't talk to strangers. And I was like, okay.
Hell yeah, girl.
Shut him down. But yeah, so I'm being love bombed by a 4-year-old is my dilemma.
They'll try anything, you know? She's like that girl that you told the story about getting out of the cop car. Just give me a little bit and I'll find a way to work it into something more. That's her filibuster.
Literally. So, Trevin.
Yes, ma'am.
I know I've been trying to give a top 5 for many weeks now. And this week we're actually going to do them.
ID Tech is more than just the original and most trusted tech camp for kids ages 7 to 17. ID Tech is where kids find their people. The engineering and creating people. The fire-breathing, shell-spinning BattleBots people. The just as happy building games as they are playing them people. ID Tech offers over 50 epic courses, like Camp Crunch Labs IRL, BattleBots with Take-Home Bots, and more at 75 college campuses across the country. Visit idtech.com and use code IDTech to save $150 on a week that's guaranteed to be the highlight of your kid's summer.
Top 5.
And I shall go first. I had a couple that I was holding on to for a while, so I was glad you got to bring it up.
Okay, good.
This is maybe our last story episode before we go to Vegas. I hope it is. I hope we get a guest for the next week. Let's have a little fun with this. I don't want to go too fact heavy. I found this really nice little article here from the Illinois Secretary of State's office. That's where I go for fun.
Oh, wow. Desperate times.
Every year, the Office of Secretary of the State in Illinois releases a list of all the rejected vanity plates that people tried to get at the DMV.
Ooh, love that for us.
And they had a little article where he talked about the ones from 2025, also a couple other ones from before. I was going to do top 5. I just want to give you all of these in no particular order because they're all just a bunch of quick jabs.
Yeah, no, quick jab away.
So, I be poopin'. I be poop and then the letter N. This one was considered a really big funny one to people. Priusy, like Prius, but pussy together.
Oh.
That one got shut down for being sexual. I don't think that's funny. I don't even think I would get it. I don't get it.
Didn't get it, and I still don't.
And if it means something else, people are going to tell me.
Yeah.
One I really liked, Hawktua. Spit on that thing.
Was that just trademarked? Is that why they couldn't have it?
So a lot of these are just pulled for being offensive, sexual, profane, or drug related. Oh, or too confusing to read. That's another one.
Wow. Okay.
Thick AF with 2 C's. That was actually, I think, my favorite one.
Oh, thick.
Axe hole.
Oh, okay.
Others from this set is BBL. Anything with BBL was cut. Badass mom.
What? Let her have it.
BDAS mom. So it's not even that bad. It almost looks like it's saying Badazz mom.
Badazz mom. Let her have it. Like maybe she likes to bedazzle shit.
Yeah, what if she just put badass with a Z? Although I don't think that's badass when you make it a Z.
No.
Blue ballin'. Blue ballin'.
I need to know. I wish I knew if that was like a male or a female that got that.
Oh, if it was a female, that would be funny.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I be blue ballin'.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a blue baller. Dry humps only.
And then if it's a guy, is he saying it because he's positive about it or is he sad about it?
Right. What's his deal?
He's just like, oh, I'm Marty Blue Balls. Like, things never go my way.
Yeah, blue ballin'.
Never can seal the deal. Or is it a guy who like gets off on it, but doesn't get off on it, you know?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it.
Bricked.
Is that a sexual term that I'm too naive to know?
What is it? Urban Dictionary. Yes. To be hit in the face with a brick. Okay. Or when a piece of technology fails. I don't know.
Okay. Bricked is a no-go. Sorry.
One from my millennials out there. Shout out to my back talkers. I cup. ICUP, motherfucker.
That was seriously the best joke in elementary school.
I loved it. Send nudes.
Oh my God.
SNDNUDZ.
I knew it was with a Z. I just knew it.
Type shit, which I'm not sure I get what that means either. One that's just MW, which I guess is one that was just too hard to read.
Okay. For visual effect, I kind of respect it.
It's definitely like an Xbox Live gamer.
Yeah.
They always do that shit.
Yeah, like the zigzag.
Mm-hmm. Another one for them, OOQQOO, because it looks weird.
Okay.
And now here's just a list of leftovers from this group. Munch, which I don't know why that is. Well, I don't see why munch is bad.
I mean, we all gotta eat.
Yeah, you can munch anything. It doesn't have to be a, of the carpet variety or like nasty.
Stop.
Bitchin'.
Oh, come on.
Without the T.
Oh, okay.
Jagweed. I don't know why you want that on your car.
Uh-huh.
Bad arse.
Okay.
From the UK.
From the UK? Uh-huh.
I'll cut you.
That's threatening. I disapprove.
Ho, ho, ho. And the third ho has an E. A bad MF.
Okay.
Weenie.
That's kind of cute.
Shitted.
Shitted on him.
Yeah, shitted would be a fun one.
Oh my God.
Huge wang.
All right.
Duck off. Pee pee. Got poop. Sucker. Kiss ash. Suck it with a K. No C. Duck you. Cocaine with a K in the middle. Hell no. Dog barf. Whack job. Fart man. Turds. Dr. Funk. Menopause. Or tofu. What the fuck, tofu? Why are you hating on tofu? I mean, I don't really care for it, but let it be on a license plate.
I used to eat quite a bit of that when I was all vegetarian, so let the tofu live.
Yeah.
That didn't disappoint. That list was full of good ones.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to bring ducks into this. Duck you, duck off, like leave the ducks alone.
Bunch of edgelords. Like, I got so close.
I know. Wow. Did you have a personal favorite out of all of that? The thick AF was pretty good. That one sent me.
Yeah, I think if I really did a top 5, like blue ballin' would be in there, thick AF. But yeah, those were definitely favorites.
Oh my goodness.
Blue ballin' is just one I really don't quite understand.
Right.
The mystery is the fun part.
I'd love to solve it, but not really. I also have a top 5. And I got this from a Vice article. And it actually has 9 of my topic in the article. So if you want to know more about this, feel free. But the headline is 9 animals that reproduce in truly bizarre ways.
Okay, so making love.
Yeah, weird animalistic love.
Okay, that's going to get us flagged.
It really probably will. We're going to start with this one, which would be my number 5 here. And honestly, guys, they're not really in least shocking to most shocking necessarily. They're all very shocking, okay? So number 5, nudibranch sea slugs. They have disposable penises.
Okay.
So listen up.
Just throw it out.
The Smithsonian reported on these animals. The nudibranch species sheds its penis after sex, then grows a replacement segment so it can go again, with a turnaround that can be as fast as 24 hours.
Oh my lord, that's like recoil time times infinity.
Just a new penis every day.
I feel like a new penis.
Yeah, we're definitely getting flagged. My number 4, Suriname toad. And the way they describe this one, they each have like their own little headline. The back becomes a nursery. So basically, the female releases eggs, the male fertilizes them, and then pushes them onto her back. Her skin grows around them into pocket-like cells where the young develop until they emerge.
Whoa, the skin grows back over? That's crazy.
She's like, here's some eggs. He's like, okay, now they're fertilized. Shoves them onto the back, become a part of you like the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay, now that sounds awful, but as a mother who has given birth,
Right.
you could protect the hoo-ha, you could not
That's
have
true.
your stomach cut into, and then it would just be your back, and then you could shed that old back skin and
No, I
might
mean,
have a little
I
scab.
never see that old back anyway,
No.
so whatever.
Baby got back, you can raise great kids.
I will say, even though a lot of these animalistic mating rituals are quite odd, the human mating and birth experience is quite odd too.
Yeah,
So I can't really judge them too much.
we shouldn't.
We really should not. Okay, so my number 3, clownfish.
Like Nemo?
Yes, Trevin.
Like Nemo. Okay.
Like Nemo. Clownfish start out life as males. If the dominant female disappears, the breeding male can change sex to become female, and the next in line male steps up. So that's bizarre to me, but that's just how it goes. And part of me is wondering
It's hard to
then,
understand.
why didn't Nemo's dad turn into a female?
Yeah. I'm starting to think that movie wasn't very accurate.
I am starting to think we need to form an official complaint. I've got 2 more here, and these are very weird as well. Number 2, bed bugs.
Oh, I don't want them procreating anyway.
No one wants them procreating, and you guys, as painful as they are for the human species, it sounds like the way they get knocked up is just as painful. For the female, anyway. So male bed bugs don't use the usual route. They pierce the female's abdomen and inject sperm straight into her body cavity. Researchers literally call this traumatic insemination.
Oh, Lord. You know she's not enjoying that.
There's no redeeming qualities to a bed bug.
No. Do bed bugs have a consensual way?
No, they don't.
Like, do the females not have a love hole?
They clearly don't get used, even if they do.
Wow, that makes me really sad.
Right into the abdomen. Yeah.
But they are bed bugs.
I know. My final weird animalistic mating has to go to the deep sea anglerfish. Deep in the ocean, finding a date is hard. So male anglerfish commit in the most unsettling way possible. He bites the female, then fuses into her body over time until he's basically a permanent appendage that supplies sperm on demand.
That sounds like a modern male in America right now.
Sperm on demand. Here I am.
An appendage.
An appendage clinging on to a spouse.
Wow. And that was in Finding Nemo too.
Oh my God, you're on to something. I'll never watch Finding Nemo the same again.
I'm starting to think that movie was made by perverts. And they have like big nasty old teeth. Like I don't want their teeth biting into me.
No.
And then they just eventually get off of them and then go back on to doing their stuff.
I didn't look up the
That's
follow-up.
wild.
But enough about animals boning. Let's listen to these ads.
Boing. And welcome back.
Welcome.
I have got a very fun one. It's recent, and it's got to do with something that I think I'm going to go just wild here and say 100% of you will be able to relate to this story. If
Wow.
anybody hears the story and cannot relate to it in any way, then I don't even know how you're listening to the show.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Because you would not be a modern human.
You're half robot if you don't relate.
This one is one that, I mean, I haven't had it for long, but it's been on the top of my mind. It's been on my short list. I'm excited to get to tell it. So let's get into this very modern tale and think about whose side you're on. And here we go. Everything in nature moves in patterns. Migrating birds fly south to avoid a cold winter. Clouds darken before the rain. My cat Boots makes a noise that sounds like, "Oh no!" right before he throws up on my carpet. There are signs for most things, if you know what you're looking for. Little clues, repeating behaviors, warnings that something is about to happen, whether you're ready for it or not. And once you start noticing those patterns, it gets a lot easier to predict what comes next. But there's a downside to that, because every once in a while, you notice something you weren't supposed to. And once you see it, you start seeing it everywhere. While everyone else goes about their day, you're stuck watching the same thing happen again and again. At a certain point, it stops feeling like a coincidence and starts feeling like something else. Today's story is about a college student who noticed a pattern, and by 2026 standards, handled it in a completely reasonable way. Welcome back, Graham. Things have changed since last semester here at University of Alaska Fairbanks. But don't worry, we're here to help. One thing you'll notice is that every program you're used to running now comes with a small icon that looks like a cat's butthole. Think of this cute little button as your own personal assistant, like me. Whether you're writing a simple 3-word email or creating your next masterpiece in Illustrator, just click on my butthole for helpful suggestions, or to sit back and let me take over. We are here for you, and not for surveillance. Who said surveillance? To begin making your campus experience easier, please review the updated terms regarding artificial intelligence integration across all platforms. Your creativity may be enhanced, streamlined, or gently replaced. By continuing, your likeness, preferences, and creative output may be used to improve future systems. There is no opting out if you intend on graduating. Please press accept to complete this required course. Please complete the CAPTCHA to confirm you are human. Please complete the CAPTCHA to confirm you are human. Please complete. Graham, please confirm you are human. Meet Graham, a film and performing arts major, returning for his sophomore year in 2026. College looked good on him. It showed him there were other theatrical people like him, gave him freedom away from home, and for the first time, made being an artist feel real. His confidence had reached a new personal peak, but nothing kills momentum like a mandatory onboarding video. And an unresponsive checkbox had him feeling dramatic. The highest of educations, devoid of its humanity, is man so small he requires blessings from machine. Real feelings hidden under artificial skin. Screams drowned out by silence. Judge me then, engine. Wiping the sweat from an impromptu TikTok performance, Graham checked the time, uploaded his project, threw his laptop in his bag, and rushed off to ceramics class. As he arrived at the mostly empty classroom, there sat his friends, Sarah N. and Chester. Think shit you're here, dude! Sarah N. hasn't said a word to me since I got here!
Hey, Graham. Oh, when did you get here, Chest?
I've been here. You've ignored me the whole time, just giggling in silence.
Oh, my bad. I was listening to my favorite podcast. They just did a story about the patriarchy told through a camel beauty pageant. Truly original stuff.
I would have liked to have listened to Live, Laugh, Larceny too.
Well, since you're both finally here, let me show you my film project.
They said one day a chosen one would come and free us.
I think that chosen one is me.
How did you get a whole army over holiday break?
Oh, AI. The war scene took like an hour. I just typed emotional war, and honestly, I couldn't have done it better myself.
We don't have all day. I really need eyes on this before class starts. Ever since I had powers in a land of mortals, I knew there was something special about me.
I believe you will save our people.
AI didn't just generate my space fleet, it wrote my dialogue.
That's so sick.
Graham searched for the right response, even considered using ChatGPT before complimenting one of the few things he knew to still be human. Your voice sounded really hydrated in the take you did. Thanks. Let's see yours. Copilot wasn't done rendering my full frontal scene. I'll have to grab it after class. Graham turned in his chair, noticing the other students had quietly taken their seats during the conversation. He couldn't wait for class to start. Working with Clay felt real.
Good morning, class. Good morning, Mr. Dwyer. Before we begin, quick reminder, the student-led fine art show is tonight. Whether you've got a piece in it or not, it's always good to support other artists. Who knows, maybe you'll get inspired. And yours truly will have an exhibit there. It's called Shadow Searching, ChatGPT Psychosis. An entire wall blending human and AI-generated art.
Those two letters, AI, simultaneously jolted Graham awake and shut him down. Dissociating felt easier. So Graham made fists in his clay like an overstimulated toddler until class ended. The rest of the day was more of the same. Now that his brain had locked on, he couldn't stop seeing it. At first, a funny coincidence, then it started to feel eerie. Every hallway, every screen, every poster. AI-generated events, AI-assisted learning, artificial voices. Are you free for phone sex when I get to my dorm?
Of course, Chad. I live in your phone.
Every time he turned away, he saw a different version of it. And for the first time, Graham started to wonder, had this always been here? Or had he just never noticed? The cafeteria was his last stop, a chance to get dinner before avoiding the general public entirely. Grabbing a bottle of Dasani, Graham looked at the menu, the usual Friday night dilemma. Pizza or sushi? But something was off. The wall where the menu usually hung was gone. In its place, a poster, Nick Dwyer, Master of Fine Arts, surrounded by AI art. And at the end of his arm, a hand with 6 fingers. His stomach turned. He couldn't tell if he was hungry or about to be sick. With his appetite curbed, Graham got a second Dasani and left. Blast this beast! This artificial brain's devouring our art! It eats our ocean, it eats our data, it eats and it eats and it eats! And what it spits back, we dare to call it art! If all the world's a stage, then I'll show you art! Graham entered the student art building with purpose.
Welcome to the school curate.
He raised a single finger, silencing the gallery assistant. A piece with this much attention wouldn't be hidden. It would be displayed front and center. The Merriweather Long Bush Gallery. Turning into the long white room, there it was. Shadow searching, ChatGPT psychosis. 160 small images arranged neatly, 5 rows of 32. People stood in front of it, studying, nodding, moving on.
This is really deep.
Graham stepped closer, face to face with the piece. He set the bottles down, then pulled out his phone and stepped back. With every image framed in the shot, Graham propped his phone on its stand and hit record. He gave the video a moment, just enough time to take in the exhibit, then stepped into frame. With his back to the camera, he reached out and yanked the first image from the wall. He turned. No words, no ceremony. Graham brought the photo to his mouth, bit down, and tore. He chewed, slowly, staring directly into the lens, expressionless. When the first half was gone, the rest followed. He turned back to the wall. Another image, another tear. One slipped from his hand, hit the floor. He paused, picked it up, and ate that one too. He stared into the camera, chewing the artwork like cud. The paper dried in his mouth. The ink clung to his teeth. So he grabbed the water, and forced it all down. By the time he swallowed the first image, Graham realized something. He was hungry. And just like that, it became a meal. One image after another. Torn, chewed, swallowed. Not clean, not easy, but consistent. He adjusted, refined the process, pairing smaller pieces, working faster. A rhythm. Rip, chew, swallow, repeat. Minutes passed, 14 of them, before someone finally asked,
What are you doing?
Graham looked at them and kept eating.
I need you to send someone to the gallery. There's a student here destroying artwork. No, he's just stuffing his mouth full of pictures.
A gallery worker approached, concerned.
Do you want help with something? Can I help you?
Graham's cheeks were full. He maintained eye contact and reached for the water again, trying to make space.
Do you know the artist?
Graham shook his head and chewed her off, still chewing.
I'm calling the police.
Graham heard and ate faster. Messier now, less controlled, the rhythm breaking, but not stopping. The meal continued for 6 more minutes, until... Hey sir, do you mind stepping out here with me? 2 officers entered, a brief exchange, and just like that, it was over. In under 30 seconds, Graham was escorted out of the gallery, leaving behind his phone, still recording, perfectly framed. A mangled exhibit, missing images, torn edges, fragments scattered where they fell, the pieces he couldn't finish left behind. This was his ChatGPT psychosis, his masterpiece. In January 2026, Graham Granger, 20, a student at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, was arrested after destroying and eating portions of an art exhibit featuring AI-generated images. According to reports, the incident took place on January 13th at the UAF Art Gallery, where Master of Fine Arts student Nick Dwyer had displayed a collection titled Shadow Searching ChatGPT Psychosis. The exhibit consisted of 160 AI-assisted images arranged on a gallery wall. Video recorded by Granger shows him removing the images one by one, tearing them apart, and chewing them in what he describes as a form of protest and performance art. Police later estimated that 57 of the images were destroyed before officers arrived and escorted him from the gallery. Graham told investigators and media outlets that his actions were intended as a protest against the use of artificial intelligence in art, arguing that AI-generated work lacks human authorship and substance. He later uploaded a video of the incident titled 0 Calories, framing the act as commentary on what he viewed as the lack of substance in AI-curated art. He was charged with 1 count of 5th-degree criminal mischief. However, in February 2026, prosecutors dismissed the charge after Granger reached a civil agreement with the artist, paying $220 in restitution. Court records show the case was formally closed on February 19th. Officials noted that the dismissal followed input from the artist, who indicated the monetary agreement was sufficient. Dwyer, whose work explored themes related to AI psychosis, had previously described the act as comparable to damaging property in protest, but later chose not to pursue further legal action. Granger later described the act as a performance piece and put in the caption of his video, quote, "I had eaten to show that it is what AI does. It eats the work of talented artists and spits them out, and it almost always does that without permission. I thought that it would be a perfect way of showing how terrible AI is to real artists." Well, well, well. Another story where a petty crime becomes art. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. After all, it takes a certain level of emotion to really commit to something like that. Patterns have a way of revealing things. Who shows up when it matters, which promises actually mean something, and whether your sibling is misinformed or just MAGA. Patterns don't hide, they repeat. And if you ignore one for long enough, you might find you've bitten off more than you can chew.
That was the perfect ending line. Well done. On one hand, I did one art show when I was in college, and none of mine were AI. But
well, AI probably wasn't really around that much.
Yes, but they were heavily edited in Photoshop. My whole theme was like the modern day freak, taking freak show people but putting them in the modern day world. So I had like one that I made of me where I had 7 arms and I was just in a bathroom trying to curl my hair, or a mermaid just in a bathtub, or, you know, all these different things. And so if somebody were to rip my shit off the wall and ingest it, I would be really, really mad.
Right.
But I also see how, because this is a really touchy subject with like environmental and artist work and the world at large becoming too dependent on AI. Like, I get that's a big, deep issue problem. I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings.
Right. I mean, I totally am cool with it. I'm good with acts of protest, especially in situations like this. It adds awareness to things. It makes people think.
But how disgusting would that be to eat that?
Oh, and he eats it. Like, you can tell that it's a struggle. And I do wonder if, like, did he practice first? You know, like a day or two before? Well, I guess I remember in the things that did say it was not premeditated. So it is like my story where it was maybe earlier that day he was led to want to do it, like I said, but it wasn't like planned really.
Okay, good to know.
So
he was not training for this. No.
Yeah, he probably could have came up with better technique or something. But
I just want to know, like, how are his intestines?
Yeah, I wondered about that too. Like, how was the poop after?
Like, are you okay? Are you a little clogged up in the pipes?
You said 56 were damaged. By the time he leaves, there are a bunch of like little shreds on the ground because he eats it about like bite, rip, chew, and he did it in about 2 or 3. And then after a little bit, he got to a point where he would rip it into tiny pieces and start shoving it into his mouth like a squirrel.
Wow. And so the artist was not present to see any of this.
It was just an open gallery.
Okay.
So he's going while all these people are just walking around going, oh, that's a nice piece of art. Well, that's a nice piece of art. And this guy's over here just eating the art. He goes like 14 uninterrupted minutes. He dead ass stares in the camera, just
wow.
No real expression. Till somebody does come up and talk to him. And it seems like the person really thinks he's having a mental health crisis. They're like, oh, can I help you? What do you need?
Yeah.
He's just like, He does not say a word, almost like a magician or a performance artist. You know, he will not speak. So they're asking a bunch of questions and he kind of like pantomimes answers. They're like, you know the artist? And he's like, and he's like, oh, is this some sort of an act of protest? And he goes, and he's like shaking his head, yes. You can't really hear it very well because it's a very echoey room because there's certain things. I tried to get the quotes as best as I could, but then I kind of dropped that part for the action. I think she asks like what he's protesting and she said like the artist or something. And he said, and then you see him shake his head and go like whole, like it almost sounds like he's saying like the whole thing or something. And she says something and he gives her a nod yes.
Wow.
And then by that point, the girl from far away is like, I'm calling the police.
Wow.
Then he just kept eating for another 4 minutes until the cops finally got there.
Wow.
But you could also tell that the receptionist herself was shocked and didn't really know what to do because she called somebody just like, you're going to send somebody down here? A student is eating the art? And I don't know what she heard on the other side, but she goes, no, he's like stuffing his mouth full of pictures. Yeah, it was very good. I'm excited to use the video for our video.
Oh my God. And I find it interesting that the artist only wanted $220 in this economy.
Yeah, I believe in one of the articles it had said something about it being just for like the printing materials.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they were worried about the original stuff or how much of it really was original, but it was all just the photo paper basically. So he was like,
that shit adds up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, printing, ink, it all adds up. Seems like a low number to me. I don't know why.
That's kind of what I thought too. But it sounds like they really weren't adding in like the emotional money of it all.
True. They weren't like, you have emotionally damaged me forever, and now that's worth $1,000 extra.
Plus, I mean, as an artist, you got to be like, I mean, I would respect protest of something of my stuff. Like if somebody broke one of my CDs of a show of mine or broke some of our merch, as long as they paid for it or something, I'd be like,
whatever.
Okay,
do what you want.
Like I'd get mad too.
That's
like,
true. That's true.
Some articles came out, but he didn't go as viral as I thought. I saw the story and just loved it.
Yeah.
Especially for our backstory purposes.
Of course.
What a fun, petty criminal character. I was going to say in some of the articles, and I don't know how true it was, they had said that Nick Dwyer, he had actually fell in love with his chatbot, and his psychosis also had to do with his romantic life with the chatbot. I didn't want to spoil that for you when I was telling you about the character. I wanted to hear what you had to say about that.
Yeah, that's been happening to quite a few men these days. I mean, I'm sure women too. My algorithm keeps showing me the men stories about it.
Yeah. Well, they're lonely. Oh, and I wanted to give a shout out to Sarah N for being in my story. Thanks for being a patron, and thanks for making a film for this film school.
Yeah, it was very fun to play you. I hope you enjoyed your small yet impactful part in this artwork that we call Petty Crimes.
Thanks for being a part of our show, and thank you for helping support it. You know it ain't easy today, in this economy, literally.
What a masterpiece, Trevin.
I really love the way it came out. I hope the sound effects and everything are great for it because, yeah, I was really feeling this one. And I felt very akin to a dramatic artist.
Yeah, same.
The TikTok thing was more of just a story mechanic. I didn't see in any of my creeping that I did of Graham that he does act like that. I just saw that performance artist and he does performance.
Yeah.
But I did creep on him and added him on Instagram and he followed us back.
Really?
And I asked him if he wanted to come on the show and talk to us. He did say he would come on, and I said that I would try to just get him on us together, just like a 10, 15-minute talk, and then shove it at the end of this.
Holy shit.
So I'm hoping that we can meet Graham and talk to him on here with everybody. Our first Petty Criminal took 243 episodes.
I could have probably done that with Bubble Pirate. I'm still preparing myself to DM you back all these years later or months later.
You just don't feel worthy. I get it.
Well, that's amazing. I'm so glad he followed us. Wow.
I hope we get to meet him.
That was a crazy tale.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, kind of in between as you were reading, I already noticed some similarities in our stories, but I also noticed some very drastic differences.
That's good. We're going to take people into a whole lot of directions today because nothing I did matched what I told, and you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, neither will mine. It is just a random buffet of pettiness.
Nom, 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 nom.
So remember how I told you all I wanted to do another vintage crime story?
Yeah, we need more of them.
Well, the time has come again. The first time I did one of these, I actually looked it up, was way back in episode 18, titled Animals and the Strange Places We Put Them. It took place in 1914. This one doesn't go back quite as far as the cats in the butcher shop.
Oh, that's right, the cats.
Yep.
Damn, that was so long ago. I thought that was like in the 40s maybe.
No,
Wow.
It was a long time ago. I've done stories that took place in like the early 2000s. I think I've done one in the 80s, but nothing past the 80s, I don't think. So
I can still hear it in my head from that story. You gotta be kidding me.
that was such a good one. But today, you guys, we are taking a journey back in time to the 1950s.
Oh, man, we're trying to go back there now.
Totally. I made quite a few jokes. Okay.
Oh, good.
Here we go. Annoying neighbors have been a problem since the dawn of the human species. Whether it be cavemen neighbors fighting over hunting the last woolly mammoth.
My mammoth!
Or Adam and Eve bickering over eating the local forbidden fruit.
Great Eve, now we're banned from the Garden of Eden and have to live in this dump.
That serpent was super convincing. Plus, I thought if you ate from the tree of knowledge, you wouldn't be such an idiot.
Tensions only continued to rise throughout history. In ancient Egypt, neighboring pharaohs threatened to mummify each other over zoning disputes. During the medieval era, beefing neighbors settled their score over a joust. Even in modern times, neighbors have been known to throw dog poop at each other after one of them forgets to pick it up.
Eat shit, you worthless neighbor!
Like all of the above examples, this story is about a vengeful neighbor from the past. It involves a community at war, growing tension, and one man's desperate attempt at petty revenge. The year was 1950, as two newlyweds slowly drove through a peaceful suburban neighborhood just outside of Montgomery, Alabama. The tidy community streets were lined with mailboxes that led to neat and manicured lawns. The homes, although identical, were painted a variety of happy pastel hues. Smiling faces greeted the couple as children bicycled down the sidewalk and parents waved from their front porches.
Oh, Marion, I would die to live in a place like this one day.
Gee golly, Betty, I certainly wouldn't want you to die.
Marion Perry smirked playfully as he came to a stop, parking his cherry red 1950s Bel Air in front of one of the homes for sale.
Wait, why are we stopping here? I thought we were going out to get dinner.
Well, doll baby, you see, I went behind and bought us this pad right here. Welcome home, Mrs. Perry.
It wasn't long before the couple received the house keys, and that very same morning, Marion clumsily carried Betty through the front door for good luck before heading off to the office. Betty spent her day organizing their new home, occasionally being interrupted by other nearby housewives delivering fresh baked goods and welcome baskets.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Here's some dry banana bread.
Like clockwork that evening, all the husbands returned from work, pulling into each of their respective driveways. Marion was proud to be included in this synchronized dance of working men in cars for his very first time. He exited his vehicle with a skip and a whistle as he entered his new and not-so-humble abode. Betty had already worked her magic in setting up the space and unpacking, making it feel like a real home in a matter of hours. The couple enjoyed a home-cooked meal, a few glasses of wine, and even watched a sitcom on their fancy black and white television set.
Hey kid, come over here so I can tell you something racist.
It was lovely. Now, all Marion wanted to do as the sun began to set in suburbia was to sit out on his front porch for a moment of peace and relaxation. So that is exactly what he did. Sitting outside in the fresh air, Marion was able to soak in the moment of where they were. His shoulder muscles began to loosen as he reflected on his life. All the hard work to get to this amazing home and cozy community was finally worth. The deep echo of the bloodhound's howl startled him from across the street, but then suddenly stopped. Just as Marion thought he could drift back into a calm state, the piercing and relentless yipping of his neighbor's chihuahua began. This was followed by two twin basset hounds bellowing, a large German shepherd growling, and a corgi barking to the beat of its own bouncing butt. The sounds had combined and seduced more dogs to join in, creating a horrific harmony of howls. A jarred version of Marion stepped back inside and walked upstairs to bed, hoping to escape the fleeting noise. Yet, as he made it up to his bedroom, he realized the permeating pups could still be heard at about half the original volume. He and Betty changed into pajamas and climbed into bed, both in much need of a decent night's sleep, when he turned toward his wife.
There's no way we're going to be able to sleep through all this racket, is there, darling?
Only that's when he noticed his new wife was already deep asleep with an eye mask on and gentle snores emerging from her nostrils. It wasn't as easy for Marion to fall asleep, with the occasional howls and yips jolting him awake. So when morning came, it felt all too early and all too disappointing for him.
Gee whiz.
For multiple nights in a row, the triggering compilation of pet sounds plagued Marion. It felt like a form of torture. Like a dog without a bone, he yearned for an entirely quiet evening at home. Eventually, he had surpassed his breaking point. He could only think of one impactful yet lazy way to share his negative feedback with his surrounding residents. It was a cool March evening when Marion sat outside on his front porch. It was just before the canine choir was scheduled to perform when he took a sip of water, cleared his throat, and proceeded to bark back. He started out short and sweet, but quickly channeled his inner bulldog. As Marion's animalistic confidence grew, he found himself on all fours and even wagging his tail in delight. Soon enough, unhappy community members shouted out in opposition of Marion's barking.
Get bent, you chucklehead!
Don't make me come over there and give you a knuckle sandwich, mister!
And their frustrations didn't stop there. After multiple nights of Marion's bold barks, he went from being put in the community's doghouse to being taken to the community courthouse. On March 21st of 1950, Marion D. Perry was taken to court by his fellow community members for disturbing their peaceful neighborhood. A newspaper article was published about the event in the Asheville Citizen-Times and was later saved to the website newspapers.com. The headline read,
Vengeful man barks like dog.
Underneath were the following details.
Montgomery, Alabama, March 21st. Marion D. Perry today appealed a $10 fine imposed after neighbors hailed him into court on charges on sitting on his porch at night and barking like a dog. Perry told the judge that the barking of the neighbors' dogs kept him awake, and he was only retaliating.
Unfortunately, since the court case is several decades old, I was unable to locate any updates on official charges or punishments for this far-fetched crime. Neighborhood feuds are an unfortunate and common occurrence throughout humanity, and like in this instance, sometimes they also involve dogs. In moments like these, it is best to know when to be on attack and when to simply roll over. If you choose incorrectly, you could end up trapped in a pound for perps.
And not perp by the pound. Man, October and Sammy are going to hate when I do sound effects for this one.
I know!
Sammy gets so triggered when I do dog sounds or like horses and stuff.
Oh, apologies, girls. This is just filled with animals.
So much. But let me just say, great vintage crime. I mean, that's perfect for us. It's petty, it's small, it's like absurd and weird.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see that, man, this is this guy's legacy.
I know, you guys. So obviously, everything that Trevin read in his 1950s newscaster voice.
Thank you, Tix.
That is all I had to work with, which is kind of like it was for my 1914 crime. But I did a lot of research on the area, on like what suburban life was like back then, like quotes of the time. And I honestly have no idea if he was a single guy, if they had kids, what. But the reason I went with my path, I felt like he at least had to have a wife to be as mad about it as he was, because I feel like if he just lived alone, I don't know, I just can't see someone living alone like doing this. I don't know why.
A single man who does not live with a woman does not solve his problems in this way.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And also, I don't think he has kids, because he would not be doing this if he was trying to get his kids to sleep. He would not be barking. And it wouldn't just be, I was retaliating because it was keeping me up. It'd be because of the kids or something.
Yeah.
So this is why I went with the newlywed theory. I would like to think that maybe I'm onto something, but I'll never know.
I think you are. I mean, and plus it was the 1950s. A lot of people married,
Right. Yeah. No, totally.
He would have probably been looked at like he was weird if he lived by himself at this age.
Totally. That's a great other reason to back up that theory. So I completely made up Betty, even though very fun to play.
I love doing 1950s voices. That was a lot of fun. I need to find reasons to do these vintage voices more.
Is this something you think you would ever do?
Yeah. This is totally, I mean, I was raised by a man who still to this day makes animal noises at animals. I mean, my dad is a country man who just loves doing that. When we had Mabel, that was during football games and stuff, when he would realize how easy it would be to trigger her. He would be like, and then she'd go, and my mom would always be like, Dennis, stop, get that dog worked up.
Oh my God.
My musical Mima, her dad, which would be my great grandpa, I come from a line of
petty criminals?
auctioneers.
Oh, auctioneers.
And they said my great grandpa actually would drive around in his auctioneering truck because he would have the auctioneer set up in the back of his truck. And as he was coming down the road to meet up with my dad as a child to say hi to his daughter, he would have the intercom playing and he would moo and moo at the cows as he would drive down the road and any animals he would see on the road, just being obnoxious.
You were determined for this podcast life and making all the sound effects that you do.
I guess that does make a lot of sense.
I didn't realize that you had an auctioneer bloodline. Like, have you ever tried it out? Like, hey, 50 there, 50 there, 60 there, oh, 70, 75, 80, 80, oh, sold.
I'm sure I could.
I mean, literally, you need to give it a shot.
I'd have to. Sold $69 down and down, big old boner. Let's see what else we got. You got it hot and 3, 4, 5. Let's got fun. Got 3. Okay, and 6 and 7. Here we go.
6,
Sold to that guy.
6, 7.
Oh, not 6.
And you did a 69 joke.
Of course, I had to put 69.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's just a bunch of just weird noises, and you just can't let it stop. It has to keep going. It's like talking in cursive. It just cannot stop. I come from that, and yeah, I think he did do music. Yep. So that's my Mima, and then her bloodline was the music side.
Okay. I mean, you do kind of have to have a little bit of a melodic cadence and voice and all the things, but
yeah, that's definitely not a natural way to talk.
No, that takes a lot of like diaphragm energy too, which singers need.
I wonder if anybody's like tried to rebrand auctioneering, but in a hip hop way. Like if it was just Eminem style, and it's like, and now you get 3, and if you want the, you know, like that chippy, like, it's not my favorite kind of rap, but I mean, it's just another form of talking faster and doing it.
Oh,
why does it have to be so country?
You are on to something. I can feel it. Wow, we digressed quite a bit, but that
was a fun
fun
thought. Yeah,
that was fun.
Vintage. How funny you had me going back that far.
Right. It's nice to look back through our history, our roots, if you will.
And plus, you don't have a lot of information to really.
Right.
It's such a suburban 50s sort of thing.
I know.
I love it.
I thought it was a good one. I was like, just the right amount of pettiness. Of course, we've done, neighbor fights, many stories. Yeah. We've done a few, like I mentioned, with the dog poop. We've done a lot that do involve pets and dogs. And
the patrons love animal crimes.
Yes. So this is just a different, more vintage version of that.
I loved it. It makes me want to go back in time a little bit. You said you found it on newspapers.com?
I did. You're going to have to check it out.
Is there like stuff that you can't get to without having like a certain...
I mean, I didn't have to create anything to like view this. So maybe not. Yeah, I encourage you, Trevin, go back through the history books. I love doing all the recent ones we do. It obviously is like trending, fresh, now, easier to write because we're living in the now. But on occasion, it's very fun to go back.
Yeah, I want to do like an 80s thing.
Yeah, no, you really should. That should be on your to-do list this year.
Okay, we'll see what I can
do. At some point.
Before we wrap things up, let's have a quick chat with the criminal of my story this week, Graham Granger.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I actually just watched the video.
Oh, yeah.
The art eating, and wow.
Yeah.
I have some questions. I don't know about you, Trevin. You're the one who actually wrote his story. I don't know if you have questions too, or how you want to start this thing off.
Well, the one you asked me was actually one that I was wondering too, so you can go ahead and ask.
Well, I have a few.
Okay.
So like I said, I watched the video, and Trevin did an amazing retelling of your crime, if you will.
Yeah.
And when we call you a petty criminal, just so you know, it's with love. We are petty criminals ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make that clear. Watching the video, I must say, first and foremost, before I even ask you a question, I loved your Hawaiian tee. It looks like you might be rocking one again today.
Yeah, I have like one of these for every day of the month, basically.
Sweet. So that's like your thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm obsessed. My dad is notorious for Hawaiian tees, so we've actually thrown a party for him where everyone wore Hawaiian tees. It was like a whole vibe.
Yeah.
I think that Trevin told me in this story, but we recorded it last week. So just to clarify, did you know the artist personally?
Nope. I still don't.
Oh.
The only interactions I've had with him have been to like pay a fine directed towards him.
Right,
that's
right. You did have to pay the fine. That's right. Oh my God.
I saw in the story that he did ceramics classes. So in my story, I actually wrote it as a plot point that you actually went to a ceramics class, but
it got written that I did. I did not. I had been taking a ceramics class, and the Sun Star, which is the school's newspaper, wrote that I had attended his ceramics class I did not. I mean, I had been attending a different ceramics class, and then I got removed from that because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's okay.
It's like a big part of our show, like the bit too. We almost make fun of just the people who write these.
Yeah.
They blow it out of proportion sometimes or make connections that aren't actually there. And it makes it even more fun when you turn it into fiction.
Yeah.
I can see why they fluff it up.
We're loosely based on the truth, so hey. And this whole act of you eating the artwork was just like spur of the moment decision, like you didn't plan it at all?
Yeah, I mean, it was the same day that I saw it for the first time. I had very little planning going into it. I just knew that somebody had to do something because the university has been getting way, way too lax on what they let their art professors allow.
Oh, I bet that's tough.
No, I hear you.
It is.
AI is scary. And it's stealing from real artist work and then kind of regurgitating it.
Yeah, I mean, you have some people who will say that it's not at all, like Zoe Quist, who is just terrible. She's a close friend of the theater department's. The person in charge of our entire film and performing arts department is good friends with her, and she had her come in to give a speech. And she started her speech off by saying, well, AI doesn't really take any jobs from any real artists. And then she listed all the ways that it does, like how it takes away from the people who animate, how it takes away from people who dub, how it takes away from people who, take videos, from storyboarding, how it takes away from all sorts of stuff. And she was just like, well, it actually doesn't do any of this, while providing examples of how it does all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one thing I've noticed with a lot of these, like when people put together these forward-facing, like we're talking to the people things, it's just like one really long contradiction, and then it just comes back to like, but what we're saying is that it's good. So like whatever we said before doesn't matter because we put the little Band-Aid over it that says that it's actually all for good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a recent one in a corporate thing that I had to do for my real job, and they said, oh, is it good for the environment? They said, oh, actually, the type of water that it uses is a special kind of water, and that it's actually not using the water that is affecting us. So don't sweat
of course,
so much.
Oh my God. Wow.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a headache.
Yeah, it's a crazy life that we live in, you guys. It really is. Also, I noticed in the video, it seems like at the beginning, you kind of like started with some of the, I assume they're prints, or are they like photographs?
They're
hard
prints.
to tell.
They're prints.
Prints, okay.
Yeah, they're styled to look like Polaroids.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Good, that answered a question. You started in like one section at first, and then I noticed you kind of hopped around a little bit.
I got bored of staying in the same section. I wanted to ruin as much of it as I could, and I figured that if I kept on staying in one section, it wouldn't have been able to do that as well. And the staying in one section carried like no special meaning in my head, so I figured I might as well go all over.
Hey,
That's respectable. I didn't know if like, I don't know, like how did you choose, or was it just totally random?
I just picked randomly off the wall. I mean, I started from the top left because I prefer the top left of like things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to start tearing something down, I'd prefer to start from the top left than anywhere else. But
just like reading, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions that I had. First of all, this was like the main question that I think you're talking about, Trevin, that both of us needed to know. Mm-hmm. How was your digestive system?
Fine. I mean, I kind of have an iron stomach. This is actually one of the questions that I've been asked by just about everybody, which I suppose makes sense because it was such an important part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Oh, thank goodness. I was like, oh no, was he all clogged up after this? Like, that was like my greatest concern for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like most people who eat paper, it's usually like a small amount, and they don't just keep committing to it afterwards.
Right, you're committed.
It was difficult while it was happening. I had to keep like making it into a paste in my mouth. That's why I had all the water.
Right.
Just so that I'd be able to, digest it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The water was definitely needed, it looked like, for sure.
Yes, absolutely was.
Like, I don't think you could have done it maybe without the water.
It was sort of like a Kobayashi technique there towards the end when you started tearing it into the smaller pieces and then putting it in.
I do not know what a Kobayashi technique is.
Oh, that's the hot dog eating guy.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, tearing up the bread and dipping it in the water and then eating it as quick as you can.
Yeah.
My final question, Trevin, I don't know if you have others. I just want to know, too, do you feel like the punishment you received fit the crime? Or were you upset about the fine, or how'd you feel?
I am happy that that's all it was. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't be punished at all, but I mean, something had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if nothing happened, it wouldn't have made it as big. So I think it's good that it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Trevin, would you have even found his crime to cover if he wasn't like charged or punished? Probably not.
I don't know, maybe. I can't remember where I came across it. I think in the first thing I saw, the headline just said that you ate somebody's art, and I was just like, oh, I'm so into this, because my stuff is I always just try to find like a Twilight Zone-y theme behind everything I write, and I felt so tied to the whole, like, I'm just surrounded by AI, and I want to write a story about it myself, and you were the perfect vehicle to get me there. It's nice when you can write a story about a character who not only fits the theme that you fit in, but is on your side too. Sometimes I have to write about a person who it touches the theme I want, but then, they're a complete dick about it in the wrong way I want it to be.
Yeah.
So,
that's actually more common.
And also,
I believe that.
I loved your commitment to it. Was it something that you had kind of decided on your own that you were going to like not really talk, like do the whole performance artist, not speak thing? I mean, your mouth was full too, but
I didn't want to talk. I had some people come in way later in the video who tried talking to me, and like I would just gesture towards them because I didn't want to ever stop chewing. I almost choked on all of it because I did try to get a word out to somebody.
Yes. Yeah, I know that lady. Actually, I assume it was a lady just from the voice.
Yes, yeah.
But she actually, to me, in my opinion, sounded not super judgmental, but more like, is everything okay?
I think that she was on the Sunstar. I think she was the person who ended up being able to bring it to more attention.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And she just happened to be there then.
Yeah. Good timing.
Wow.
I thought it was just somebody who thought you were having a mental health crisis and was like trying to help you.
I mean, I think it was that too. I mean, there's like a giant guy eating paper off the wall. My first thought would be, oh, this guy's on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was very patient. She wasn't like, stop this instant. She was like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
What's going on here? But like gently.
Yeah, I'm glad they were all cool about it.
The cops did end up coming then.
Yeah, the like last 30 seconds are me getting arrested.
Oh, okay. I just watched the one on your Instagram, so maybe I didn't see all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I love the commitment to it and going through with it. I feel like that's always like one of my favorite things with this show. Well, there's the people who can commit really long and really far to a bad idea. And then sometimes people just kind of commit it for the bit or because they have something to say or something. And I can always relate so much to wanting to express something like that. And I think also expressing yourself in a way that you're not like causing a lot of harm to anybody or anything and getting attention. That's my favorite kind of thing. It's a big thing on the show here. I was getting evicted once and I set up a band for a day and we were getting ready to do an open jam for this whole open house in my house because they were kicking me out.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, we're going to do a show for everybody who walks through my place of living to see if they want to live here. And they're going to hear songs made up by me and a kid who's never played drums before. And it's going to be noise. We put up concert posters up over their open house posters. And it ended up scaring the guy away and not showing the house. So I love stuff like that. I love being punk rock, at least my version of punk rock, because I'm not that punk rock.
Yeah.
I love what you've got going on. And you're in an art school, which is also really cool. And I felt like I could...
Yeah, I'm in an arts program at an engineering school mostly.
Oh, so are you not an art student proper? Or are you more
I am an art
engineering?
student.
Okay.
I'm an art student. I started as a physics student.
Are you still in Alaska then?
For now, yeah.
Okay. I've never been to Alaska. I can't even imagine.
It's not worth coming to.
I thought that too, probably.
State is terrible. If I ever have to come back to Alaska, I'm going to do everything in my power to not have to.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You might need some warmth.
It's pretty, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I actually do like the weather. I just don't like being up here. Lots of bad people.
Mm.
and in like a higher concentration than they would be in anywhere else.
Ah.
I've heard things like that. Is it film that you're going for, or you want to be a director, or what are you shooting for?
I want to be a stage actor.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's what I'd like to do. I think realistically what I want to do to be able to pursue that and also make money would be a television actor. But I really love to be on stage. I love to like come off the stage and see all the people tell me how emotional my performance made them or how funny they thought the character I was playing was.
No, for sure. There's something about being on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome. I hope it's going well for you, and I hope it keeps going well.
Yeah, thank you.
It's cool to follow that kind of thing. I went to audio school, and it took me a while to find use for the skill again because I didn't love the competitive world of it all. But I'm glad that I found my own path, and yeah, I hope you keep finding your own too.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on here.
No problem.
I think that was about all I had. I mean, down with AI. We don't. I'm on your side with that. Are you doing anything anti-AI now that you want people to know about, or anything else that you want to plug for yourself?
I mean, not really. I'm trying to make some more posts about it onto a lot of the subreddits where it was initially popularized. But I made a Reddit account like a month ago and I don't use it. So it's difficult to actually make those posts and be like, oh yeah, so this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I would look like just a bot account.
Right.
That's the thing about Reddit is you have to do all the stupid side stuff to make it look like you participate before you can do anything that you care about.
Dude, I'm not a Reddit fan.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I used to be in like middle school, but not anymore.
Yeah.
It's like getting like Facebook, the people who actually do participate still. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, if you do have anything creative come out later, we're friends for life here on Live, Laugh, Larceny. So if you want to...
Yeah, I mean, The Anatomy of Sound, a short film made by the UAF film department that I helped light.
Oh, nice.
That came out recently. I don't know if you can actually find it anywhere, but it's out. I'm sure that if you look hard enough, you might be able to find it.
All right. The Anatomy of Sound.
Yeah.
And well, this will be a very anti-AI episode for us when it comes out.
Awesome.
And it should be coming out in just a few days. I've got some editing ahead of me. But thank you again for finding some time for us on this Sunday. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. And
you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for being our first, like I said, petty criminal interview. But connections, we both talked about sword clinking as a random background thing.
For two stories that have nothing to do with swords.
Right. Like totally random.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, very, very random. Yours was modern, and you had said yours was very recent and very reasonable. I said mine was very old and kind of like a very unreasonable, weird thing to do. So a desperate attempt.
I guess they were both kind of about patterns because your guy was like slowly getting annoyed by something, and so was mine until they both kind of did something about it.
That's true.
I mean, they're very small issues. It didn't cost them much, but it was annoying over time, and then they finally just reacted.
Yep. And kind of very, one would look at it maybe as an immature way for my guy, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people might frown upon eating the art, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Like passive-aggressive-ish, but like fun. Like it has a bit of whimsy to it.
Totally.
Like my blue mustache story, I think. That's why I knew I would do the dog bark thing too, because I would be like, this is silly. Not just my past, but it's like, this is silly, and like sometimes, boots bite me, I'll fucking bite them back.
Seriously. Well, that was a fun ride. I mean, wow.
Yeah, what an interesting episode.
Very random. But very good, I'd say.
I'd say so. I enjoyed it, and I'll have another. Oh, the ending part too. The acts were also like built up, I noticed. Like you had said, it started as a small bark and built up. Mine was he tore, and then he chewed, and then it became rip, tore, chew. It's funny in the way that they slowly built up and getting angry. They slowly ramped themselves up.
A crescendo.
Ooh, a crescendo of crime.
Yes.
Oh
my God. That was beautiful. Well, I just hope that everybody is having the best week. And just remember, no matter the crime, big or small, in the end, we are all doomed.
Doomed to be blue balling.
Bye.
See ya.
Now, don't you backtalk me and get on over to Patreon for ad-free episodes and bonus content. I promise you guys, more will be coming soon.
And were you labeled a backtalker? Find us on social media and let's find each other. Find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or Threads. Live, Laugh, Larceny.
And have you ever barked at your neighbors? If so, send us your petty crime story, livelaughlarceny@gmail.com.
And give our show the same rating I would give Graham's performance art and retaliation technique. Give our show 5 stars wherever you rate podcasts, Apple, Spotify, or Good Pods. One, two, three.
Morning, Mr. Dwyer. We both kind
God
of
damn.
sounded the same.
We harmonized in the same, the same registers. So it'll be easier.